guys, Josh here from TheBitBlock.com with our full detailed video review for Sonic Colors on the Wii. So the cool thing about Sonic Colors this time is that Dr. Eggman is actually not up to no good. In fact, he's making amends for all of his past misdeeds by creating this really epic intergalactic amusement park for everybody to come to and enjoy. Which of course is really just an evil front for what he's actually doing, which is capturing these cute little alien wisp creatures and then sucking the energy out of them to use that energy for a mind control beam. It makes total sense, right? So anyways, naturally it's Sonic and Tails to the rescue. The cool part about Sonic Colors is that these little wisp creatures actually play a huge role in the game, not only the story, but also the gameplay. The wisp characters can be absorbed inside of Sonic and transform him into, for example, a rocket, spikes, a laser, drill. That's just a few of the many ways that the Wisp characters can help out Sonic. So there's a lot to talk about here. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into our full video review for Sonic Colors on the Wii. The gameplay in Sonic Colors feels a lot like a modern Sonic game should. The game switches back and forth between 3D and 2D perspectives, so it's a bit like getting a taste of both types of gameplay. There's plenty of running around really fast, grinding on rails, bashing into evil robots, a little bit of basic platforming, and of course, collecting the new Wisp characters to take advantage of their new special powers. There's a total of 8 Wisp transformations in the game. Each one has its own unique ability to help out Sonic on his adventure, even though pretty much none of the Wisps really seem as well designed as a Mario power-up, for example. They definitely do add more fun to the gameplay. Some of the power-ups work well, such as the rocket, laser, drill, or spikes, while some of the others seem a bit bland. For example, the blue Wisp enables Sonic to slam the ground and turn blue rings into cubes. Not exactly interesting or clever, probably would have made much more sense to just have Sonic hit a switch to do that. When Sonic is running down a road in the 3D perspective, he is somewhat hard to control, but he is, after all, running really fast, so this may be intentional. After a bit of getting used to things, you shouldn't have too many issues with the controls here. You can use many different types of controllers to play Sonic Colors. Obviously, there's the Wii Remote and Nunchuck style. You can also use a GameCube controller, classic controller, or even the Wii Remote held sideways if you like things simple. Using the Nunchuck or remote held sideways, you'll be able to shake the remote to activate the Wisp power-ups. Not exactly a brilliant use of motion controls. Overall, despite some animations and physics being maybe a little bit stiff, the controls and gameplay work out very well here. Sonic Colors is a great-looking game with loads of polish and vibrant colors everywhere you look. The new intergalactic theme park works wonders for the art style and allows for plenty of crazy architecture all around you. Eggman has really worked wonders on each section of the park, giving them all distinct and interesting themes. Sweet Mountain, for example, is filled with giant donuts, candy bars, popcorn, ice cream, lollipops, and of course, giant cheeseburgers. There's also a flashy tropical resort which has lots of lighting effects and glowing signs everywhere you look. Another quick example of the game's visual quality would be Aquarium Park, which is kind of an oriental underwater section where you'll see loads of really cool water effects. The game also has a pretty nice special effects engine that pumps out loads of sparks, flames, smoke, and so on to make things even prettier. The animations in the game are pretty solid as well, and they look particularly good during cutscenes. Overall, Sonic Colors definitely has its share of eye candy and is currently one of the best looking Sonic games out there. The music here definitely has a Sonic vibe to it. It also features a pretty good variety of tracks. A lot of it is obviously hyper and fast-paced, but there's also a few bits of music that are more slow and moody. The voice acting and writing sounds very professional and like it belongs in a Saturday morning cartoon. Sonic and Tails even have new voices, which to me are a huge improvement over the past actors. Sonic sounds a bit deeper, and Tails finally sounds like a boy. They may not be perfect voices, but they are absolutely an improvement.
Ah, not nearly enough aliens!
Want us to get more?
No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake!
That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints.
Idiot! Get me more aliens!
A lot of the dialogue in cutscenes is cheesy, but not really any more than your typical cartoon.
So, no burps. Well, that's a relief.
Tell me about it.
Sonic Colors has a total of 7 worlds to explore, with 7 levels in each world, as well as a final boss battle. Each stage takes about 3 to 5 minutes to play through. The game actually has a lot of replay value in many different forms. First of all, as you unlock new Wisp abilities, you can return to past stages and access new sections of a level with your new Wisp transformations. That's a pretty cool concept in my eyes, and it's really great to know you'll be able to still find new things in old stages even after playing them a few times. You can even upload your high scores for each level to a Wi-Fi leaderboard. There's also a challenge mode where you run through all of the levels in one sitting. That's pretty challenging. Sonic Colors also features 5 hidden red coins to find in every single stage, with a final total of a whopping 180 of them. Collecting them all isn't going to be an easy task by any means. By finding them, you'll unlock new content such as co-op levels in the Sonic Simulator. Which brings me to the next form of replay value here, the Eggman Sonic Simulator. It's basically an arcade-style mode where you can play alone or grab a buddy to join in on the fun. The gameplay here is a lot like the actual game, but with a bit more of a simplistic art style, and like I said, the addition of co-op. You can even play as your Mii in this mode. Yeah, that's freakishly amazing looking. Sonic Colors is a big step in the right direction for the Sonic series. No cheesy werehog, no out-of-character sword-slinging, it's just Sonic. As far as the game difficulty goes, things can become pretty challenging here, especially in the later levels, though you will find yourself dying at times simply because you had no idea what was about to come up next. So, in other words, there is some trial and error here, which might annoy some players. The cutscenes and voice acting are polished up and better than they've ever been before, and the new Wisp power-ups are a pretty cool new addition to the gameplay and add a lot of fresh ideas. Between collecting all the red ring coins, playing through all the levels several times, and jumping into the Sonic Simulator for some really fun co-op action, Sonic Colors is going to have you hooked through the holiday season and far beyond.